Good day, everyone. It's time for our market update, and it's been a while that we did not give you any updates because right now perhaps it's timely. A lot of things are happening in the market and around us. So for now, I'm going to discuss essentially three items: no, the stock market, the peso dollar exchange rate, and the inflation rate. So what is happening? So let's start off with, of course, the widely watched. Well, as far as concerned, the stock market, and it's been on the trend down since perhaps the beginning of February, and it has been accentuated by the invasion of Russia towards Ukraine. And I'm sure every one of you would know what transpired next. No, we've seen gasoline prices practically rising on a weekly basis. So what's up with the market right now? So for now, well, it has last Friday. This is as of July 8th. It has settled at 6361, which has already broken the 6,800 support. So you would notice it's still on the way down, and the MACD is relatively on the weak side. So we don't expect the market to recover, especially so that this time around we are within the third quarter of the year, wherein much of the weakness, in the history of the markets happened during the third quarter of the year, and more so for those who are superstitious, this is the time when we are going to experience what we call the ghost months, in the Chinese lunar calendar. So for now, well, we can see that the market is actually supporting the downside at about 6,000 level, and that should actually, provide some very strong psychological support. Otherwise, if that is broken, definitely we are looking at about 5,700, in the market. So, but for now, it's everybody's guess as to what the market is going to do. We would expect that hopefully it would create a base, over the few weeks, and that will somehow start, the uptrend, towards the last quarter of the year. On the peso dollar exchange rate, well, we've seen it rising since June, after it broke 52 pesos. And right now it has registered at about 56.06 just the other day. And that is somehow the same high as what we have seen in, I think, 2005. So for now, the market, the peso dollar exchange rate is really on the strong side, but I believe it is nearing exhaustion. Okay, so much so that it is nearing the resistance that we have seen, back in 2004 at 56. And there had been about 4 or 5 attempts, breaking beyond the 56 level. But you would notice right now the MACD is just still somehow warming up. So it is really very possible, considering that the uptrend is relatively strong. It is very possible that the peso will even break out of 56 level and create a new high, considering that the MACD is still seemingly, on an uptrend. But of course, there should be some resistance that should be offered at about 56 level. At any rate, my forecast is that if the dollar is really going to break 56 level, that is just going to be short-lived, no? Considering that towards the end of the year, we would expect a lot of dollar inflows coming from our OFWs. There will be a lot of dollar borrowings that we are expecting, so that would account for the additional supply of dollar. locally. On the other hand, lastly, of course, the widely watched inflation rate, which for July it has, or for June it has recorded 6.1%, which is the high after the onset of the quarantine, and it is somehow trying to test the resistance that is near 7%. So although the the monetary board is not yet so alarmed, by these inflation rate, primarily because it is caused by a lot of external factors, as you all know. But then again, it is threatening, somehow our stability when it comes to price control. So, and that could possibly put a lot of pressure, for our consumers. So for now, the monetary board is addressing it by aggressively increasing interest rates so that it could possibly quell inflation. For the information of everyone, we have seen, you know, the high in about 2008 when the oil went up to about, I think, $147 per barrel at the time. And our inflation hit double digit. So there's still a room, for some comfort considering that our inflation is above 6%. So, but then nonetheless, BSP's range is about 2 to 4%. Now they're stretching it at about 5%, which they need to do some control. So this actually fuels some uncertainties in the market, considering that definitely the movement of interest rates is on the rise. So I hope I was able to give you some insights about our markets today. So as always, you kindly like our Facebook page, the Fast Exchange, and our YouTube channel. Subscribe to it for more videos. If you have some questions, you needed an advice or request for a topic, simply write to me, Ricky So at thefastexchange.com. Thank you and have a great day.